don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back with you again with scores.
Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. The numbers for Adams in last week's game.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
On second down, it's Hines. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On third down, Winston. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 55 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Complete. Smith has it. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because
under pressure and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On third down, Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Then he'll take this across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2nd and 4. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now back to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They've been denied, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Jameis to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Draw play. This is Hines. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On play action, they'll throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll bite, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop the throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So thanks to the... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff working right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw here. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Well,
and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Hines. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing, Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Hines looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Winston. Touchdown, Packers. From 8 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a throw here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And Diggs has it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw again. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Second and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Winston readies the offense. Down by 7, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Winston on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. One last shot now for Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it